Hello and welcome to Nanapod, a podcast dedicated to the fantastic manga written by A. Yazawa. I'm Crystal, and I'm joined by my best girl Kirsten as we dissect this manga, discussing everything from the emotions, the cultural impact, as well as any headcanons that might be floating around in our brains. With this podcast, we hope to preserve a shoujo staple that sadly hasn't been talked about in a very long time. So come with us. We're waiting for you in apartment 707. Yeah.
I'm not using the one that has the volume, so I don't know what volume it is, but it's chapter 18.
It's volume 6.
Volume 6, chapter 18.
Yes.
So in the last one, weeks ago now, lifetimes ago, because that's what it feels like.
I know, right? I'm just like, oh my god, it's been forever, but no one will know. No one knows.
Oh, they know now because I just told them.
They know now because you gave away the secret.
Well, Crystal had to go to Disneyland.
I did, and it was still lovely. Nate got to go in the Haunted Mansion for the first time in his life, and he loved it.
Haunted Mansion movie, I'm so excited.
I know. It was a good time.
Yeah, I saw the trailer when I went to go see. What's that movie? Oh, Beau is Afraid. It's the new A24 film.
Okay.
I went to go see that with my mom. She was confused. I explained it to her, but the trailer, the trailer for the new Haunted Mansion movie was on there.
Oh, who's directing?
Oh, I didn't pay attention.
Damn it!
I just looked at the trailer and I was like, "Oh, that looks adorable. Of course, I'll see it."
Oh, okay. Because I know in the past they were talking about Del Toro directing it, and I was like, "Yes, please."
That would be cool, actually.
So,
left off. Takumi showed up. See, speaking of eggplants.
Cucumbers,
eggplants, vegetables, a vegetable garden. Takumi showed up.
He did.
That's what happened in the last chapter. And Hatchi cried. And Nana left.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're here.
Yes.
And let's see. It says, even forgetting to exchange some words with Takumi, I collapsed onto my bed with him while never ceasing to kiss him. I had the vague impression that Nana had left. Since I'm simple-minded, I stupidly told myself that she'd left to find Ren. Yeah, stupidly for sure. Self-awareness much?
No, not when, eggplants are around.
Cucumbers, Larry the cucumber just dancing on through the fucking door. Here we go, kids.
Exactly. The water buffalo thong. Oh, it's still funny. Okay.
Need like a whole edit with Takumi's head on Larry the cucumber's body with one of the songs.
Oh my god, I wish I had that skill. I would do that.
Need a whole edit, a whole thing.
Need a whole thing, I really do.
Yeah, I'll pay $5. Someone do it.
Right, somebody help, because I can't do it.
And so let's see. Now it's just in my head, rent free.
Same.
Then it pans into like a nighttime, like, little giant bridge. And then we see Shin, and he says, "Hey, Nobu, come on, let's go." And they're like sitting at the river. I assume it's pretty dark.
Yeah, it's nighttime.
I'm paying for the taxi. Nobu's like, you can just leave if you want to go home. And Shin's like, let me crash at your place. Go to one of your girlfriend's places. I'm not in the mood. Takumi is such an idiot. Hachi's our dog. She belongs to us. He wants to steal her from us, is what Shin says. Does he reference a dog in yours?
He calls her a pet.
Okay. 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 I can see why
Yeah.
they changed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobu says, don't talk about her as if she's really a dog.
Yeah, and that he does say.
Right. It just like, yeah, well, I mean, but she's the mascot. She's
She
the
is.
Madonna.
She's a Madonna.
We need Madonna candles.
Ooh, with Hachi's face.
Yeah, no, like her whole I'm on it.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, that would be so
Like
cool.
prayer candles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Let's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Pray to you, Hachi.
We can make them in VTuber. That would be great. We can make all the characters. That'd be so easy though too.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
I need to buy printer ink. Um,
Yes.
right? Shin says,
Same.
right? Shin says, but it's still annoying. Get her back for us, Nobu. You like her, right? And Nobu like looks at him sad. He's got like
Mhm.
scrunchy eyebrows.
Yeah,
He's like, nonsense. And Shin calls him a coward.
he does.
He's like, I can't do anything. Hashi likes that guy. Shin's like, but she likes him as a fan, right? Dot, dot, dot. Little sweaty, little angry face. Oh, it's
Mm.
tense.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, yes, but when she met him, she really fell in love with him, or else she would never have accepted his advances. And Shin says, but it was only the following day, their meeting. I wonder if it will really turn into anything serious. And he says, I think she just got caught up in the heat of the moment. And Nobu says, what are you talking about? Hachi isn't that kind of girl.
Mm.
And Shin says, I'm pretty sure that Takumi was able to charm her with the right words. And Nobu's like, she was led by the nose. And I'm like, why are you referencing her sniffing around like a dog? I thought you just said don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
At least in my, he just says she's being duped.
Mmm. I mean, probably means
Yeah.
the same thing, right? I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never heard led by the nose unless like, I don't know, like that trick when you're little and an uncle pretends to like steal your nose.
Oh, yeah, my dad used to do that.
Like that? I don't know. I don't get it.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe. That would be a really that's really cute fan art too.
It is.
Actually.
I got your nose.
Yep. Mm-hmm. She's like, I'm not so sure. Hachi isn't that stupid. It's not that she's stupid, she's innocent and she's really obedient, said Nobu. And Shin's like, I know that, but Nobu, you too were also shocked by Rira. You have to stop idolizing women so much, right? You think women don't have libidos?
It's a good question.
I mean, and so Nobu's still angry. He's like,
Yeah.
we're talking about Hachi here. Don't put her into the same category as those easy women that gravitate towards you. And Shin just like, he looks disappointed in him.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, he's being kind of sexist.
A little bit. And
Misogynistic.
yeah, and he's slut shaming a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He's jealous. He's jealous, though. It's like,
Yeah.
he's acting out of passion.
Mm-hmm.
And so Shin's like, I don't think that women who want to sleep with me are easy. They're just frivolous. It's because they feel all alone. Hachi as well. She might feel alone since she broke up with her boyfriend, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
And now Nobu feels a little bad for what he said.
Yeah.
Because he said shitty things.
Sometimes.
And
Yeah.
Shin is still dialoguing. And he's like, but you're too slow. You got one-upped by Takumi. He did. I mean, he could have.
True.
He's like, I can't do anything for you. Anyway, even if it was started by the heat of the moment, You know, Hachi, without a doubt, she'll fall even more in love, right? But if it keeps going on like this, Hachi will suffer even more. I can see it. Doesn't that mean anything to you, Nobu? I think Nobu says, I don't want that to happen. And he looks really sad.
Mm,
Nevertheless, it's still weird. He looks sad. Because he knows.
yeah.
He did drag his stupid little Nobu golden retriever feet.
He did. I don't know. It's that expectation that person will always be there, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but also I feel like he just doesn't rush into things.
Which can be a good quality, but
It can, but not when
no.
you're dealing with a Hachi who can't keep her attention on one thing for 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. It's not good now.
Exactly. So they get in the cab,
Mm-hmm.
and Shin says, And it says, I don't see how you can allow yourself to talk about Takumi like this. You're already attached to Hachi at this point. I mean, Shin's very attached, but he explains this very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hachi who's attached to me. I told you not to think of her like a dog. But, all the women that I know, they want me for my body or even my heart, but Hachi's nice to me without wanting anything in return. That
Mm-hmm.
is what's so attaching for me.
Yeah.
I know, it's so sweet. I love the way he explained that.
Me too. I'm just like, because she's your mom.
Because she's your mom,
She's your mom, and she's just like, I love you, I take care of you, and I give you
right?
really baffling advice before you go and do what you want anyway.
Really bizarre advice. That's completely ungrounded and totally fantastical, but go about your business. Oh God. Um oh shit. So the problem is that when we're in love with someone, we want everything of them. Ah, really? If you want it, take it. It'll make you feel stronger. What? It'll make you feel stronger.
It'll make you feel stronger to steal her away from Takumi.
I mean, he needs to seal her away, but
I mean, if he
uh,
wants it, yeah, if he
it
wants
took
to.
too long.
Took too long, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But for me, it's like you just said, real love is wanting to protect the person you like whenever she's near and not wanting anything in return. For me, that's what real love is. But at the same time, I can't do it. This guy, I can't let him be. Like Nobu has like his fist to his forehead while he's saying this, and he's just very
So many feelings.
right. And Shin is so wise. Nobu, you're an idiot.
I love him. He's
I love
silly.
him too.
Hmm.
But this is why Nana regularly calls him an idiot.
True.
Oh man. We can feel how much you love her, Nobu. And then he is it him getting out of the car? I can't tell by the fancy shoe.
Oh no, that is Yasu.
Oh, that's right, that's Yasu. Now we go to page break. Scene
Y-
change. Hey,
Scene
mister, your money.
change.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we have a car door slamming, or I guess a taxi door slamming, and the guy's like, "Hey, your change!" And we see a fancy shoe. God, that was hard to say. And a tie is like, swish. This person's running into a diner that we, can't read. It just says restaurant, I think.
It's a
um,
general diner.
a general diner. They're at a Denny's. Um, and then he's going in, and there's a waiter with a little bow tie, and he's like, "Good evening, a table for one." And then it says dash as he just blows past that guy to where Nana is sitting in a booth um, with what looks like a glass of water, maybe some tea or coffee, her cell phone, and she's just like hanging her head, like her hand up to her forehead. And she looks up, and it's Yasu.
See, I've missed you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yasu.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you've missed out. Yasu. That's true. Because yeah, he hasn't been here for a while. Well, he was there, but then he's like, "I'm going home. I'm not. I'm not hanging out with the band.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that."
Yep.
But here he is, so, which is great. And he's out of breath, poor guy.
And he looks concerned.
Yeah, he's very, very worried. And Nana's blushing, like, oh, okay. I actually have to explain things. And so he sits down and he's like, what's going on? And Nana's like, sorry, it's no big deal. He's like, just tell me. Do you know what time it is? It's 4 in the morning. Something must have happened for you to call me at this hour. Oh, hey, look, we have the timeline. It's 4 in the morning. So that's that's pretty early or late, depending on how you look at it. And the waiter comes back over, and Yasu's like, coffee, please, and an ashtray. And he asks her, he's like, Nana, how about a cafe latte? And she's like, it's cool. I'm fine. And Yasu's like, get something. Don't worry about it. It's my treat. You're not hungry? And she's like, well, the problem is I have no cash. And he just stares at her, kind of nonplussed, and then he immediately gets out his wallet and he's like, how much do you need? I don't have much on me, but and she's like, oh, no, it's not like that. I forgot my wallet. And he just has like a little, huh? Kind of ticks. So he's just looking at her, and now she's got like a sweat drop, like, this is embarrassing. But she's like, I sat down and ordered and then realized I didn't have my wallet, so I called you. And he's kind of blank for a minute, and then now he's laughing. He's just like
He
dying.
busts up laughing.
Yeah, he's dying of laughter. Nana's like, it's not funny. And he's like, so that's it. Why didn't you tell me over the phone? Good Lord. When you said help me in such a scared voice, I didn't know what to think. And she's like, I'm sorry. And now he's taking out a cigarette and he's like, it's cool. I'm glad it wasn't anything major. Total relief. And now she's kind of looking off to the side, thinking. And he's gone back to the menu and he's like, so just order something. But why are you being so quiet? It's weird. They have cake. Have some. And then she's got like a little strawberry above her head. And she just nods. And she orders what looks to be strawberry cake, because that's her thing. And I think during the eating of the cake, she must have explained what happened, I think. Oh no, she hasn't done that yet.
No. Yeah.
Not yet. So he's like, so anyway, why are you having tea here by yourself so late at night? And she picked up a strawberry and she's got it to her mouth and she's hesitating. And Yasu's kind of prompting. He's like, so something did happen. Did you and Nana have a fight? And she just shakes her head, all like sad like. And now Yasu looks even more concerned. And Nana says, Takumi's there. And I didn't want to get in the way. So I guess we have like another scene change there.
Yeah, scene change.
Yeah.
They're now in Hachi's room, and Takumi is smoking, looking at the poster of himself.
Yeah. It's kind of weird.
I mean, this is like a moment though. It's like this weird crossover between like him not being real and him being real for Hachi.
Right.
And it says, when I see stuff like this, I don't recognize myself at all. Do I really look like this? She's like, what? She was asleep. They're in bed, obviously.
Obviously.
They did it.
They did. Probably more than once.
I mean, it's highly probable, right?
Yep.
And he goes, sorry, you were asleep. You always fall asleep after making love, haha. Sorry, making love is just such a weird, like, old people thing.
I mean, I always think that's a nice version, and here he's just like, right after we did it. I'm like, oh, God.
See, I think that's funny.
Oh.
Making love is just like, we push the beds together tonight, honey.
Yes, it's fine. It's romantic, Kirsten.
And he's like, the last time as well, you fell asleep immediately. And so now she's in her head, and she's like, last time I only pretended to sleep. I was so sad to see you leave so quickly. But I know that if you had time, you would have stayed by me. And it's like, oh, are you sure?
that's a question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, was that her? Yeah, she's like, what are you saying? He's like, I'm saying that the last time you were more shy, but this time you were more free. Who taught you all of this?
Oh goodness.
So she gets, like, she sits up, she's freaking out, and it
Hmm.
says rush, and then it says, anyway, you're the one guiding me, right? He's like, nobody.
Right.
I was like, that makes me jealous. I don't see what you have to be jealous about. She is yelling. I mean, she's
She's
freaking.
yelling.
She's freaking. What's new? And he's like, you don't have a boyfriend? She looks over at him. Is
Hmm.
that a question to ask in this situation? In her head, she says that. And
Hmm.
she's like, no, I don't have one anymore. It's like, just say what's in your head. He'd
Right.
probably be fine with, I mean, you will eventually. Don't. And
Right.
he's like, good. All the best. And she's like, all the best? He's like, however, you're so cute. You must be popular with the guys. And so Hachi says, of course not. I don't have any success in that area. Takumi-kun, it's you, dot, dot, dot. He's like, stop calling me kun. And then she's like blushing. And like, oh, honey, it's time. And so she's like, it's you. You probably have so much success that you have have a collection of girlfriends. And he does.
He does. He
He
does.
lies right here because he's like, no, not at all, actually. It's
Oh,
despairing.
it's despairing. Oh, lies. In mine, he says it never works out.
Yeah, no, it's despairing.
It's despairing. Oh my goodness.
She calls him a liar because he is lying.
Right.
And she's like, I'm not naive. I won't fall for that panel. We broke the fourth wall.
Nice.
And he's like, huh? What panel?
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
I mean, he hasn't been backstage, has he?
No, I don't think
So
so.
he doesn't know.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. So she says it's impossible that you're not popular with the girls. I assure you, it's true. I have a sad life, says Takumi.
Lies.
So she says that's 100% impossible. He says, you can say that my job is my priority. As a result, I neglect women. Actually, that's true. But see, I don't know if you really understand. I think that her version of a girlfriend and his version of a girlfriend are two different things.
Yeah, not the definitions are not syncing up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Takumi, what do you consider a girlfriend?
Let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there and see where we end up.
And he's like, I don't even have time to respond to my emails they send me. And it's rare that I keep promises for dates. That's why I don't have a relationship. And even if only occasionally I can take a day off to see her, she tells me coldly, I don't know you.
Hmm.
I mean, that's probably not wrong.
Yeah, that's probably not wrong. Also, I know I shouldn't, but I love that shot of Takumi with him turned away from her because I'm like, oh, it's Nate. Every time. Every time.
And so she says, what a waste. But it's not your fault. Your work keeps you occupied. Until now, you're the only person who understands me, Nona.
Hmm.
I've got tears in my eyes.
Sure.
I think he does believe that.
Oh, okay. I mean,
No, I actually do. Which we'll get there later.
we will. Yeah.
We'll get there much later.
Yeah.
And he says it's because, or she says, and she's very that she has her determined face on with her little fists up. This is a thing. Okay,
It's true.
it's a thing. It's because before I was a fan of you, I was a fan of Trap Nest. It makes me mad to think that you'd stop working, and because of this, the group couldn't start again. Work instead of thinking about girls. And so now he's like laughing at her a ton, and then he like goes to put his cigarette out because he's smoking in her bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm just like, that apartment must smell so bad.
Yeah, yeah. And
Right?
he smokes a different brand too. What is that? Panther?
Mine says Gitanes, Gitanes.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Japanese for panther?
It might be. It might be. It might be. Um, and so then he says, "You're really cute, you know." And now she's blushing, and then she leans over and kisses him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he says, "Nana," and then it pans. It pans because they're gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
But it pans to the poster of Trap Nest above her bed. It's so awkward. And she's like, and he says, I don't want to hand you I don't want to hand you over to anyone. I want you to be only mine.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. He's really possessive. But we know that.
True. I couldn't figure out if he was being serious. I'm just like, is he actually being serious or
He's being
is it
serious.
okay? Because I know he knows about Nobu, so it's like,
No, not really.
hmm.
Her and Nobu aren't a thing. He knows that like Nobu likes her,
Mm-hmm.
which is also why he asked if she had a boyfriend,
Yeah,
right?
true.
Because Nobu be dragging his little puppy feet.
These little paw feet.
Yes. He stumbles on his little golden retriever paws.
It's true.
It's just, ball, squirrel. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why, it's a
Yeah.
fun thing. Um, and so now we have scene break, because there's a pack of Blackstones. So we're in a brand new scene.
Yep, we're going back to the restaurant. And I think it's Yasu. He's like, Takumi's over at your place? What for? And Nana's like, you know what for. They were making out just inside the door. Hachiko was getting all emo.
Emo.
Emo!
Oh, that's weird. Mine says, and then Hachiko's in tears.
Oh, well, emo. Same. It, back then.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's kind of what we used to say back in the day, like, oh, that person's getting all emo.
Oh, I
At least,
didn't, but I was a
I
part
mean,
of the music scene at that time, so.
it's true. No, it was, yeah. That's like, yeah, that's what
Anyway,
my friends would do. Anyway, so Yasu's like, what the hell? Since when did they? And she's like, I don't know. He's like, you gotta know something. And she's like, upset. And she's like, I have no idea how it happened. And Yasu looks, mm, I don't know if he's like startled, taken aback, worried. There's a lot in that face he's making. Probably because she
I
yelled.
mean, yeah, he's got the lines under his eyes, he's got the sweat bead, he's got the frowny eyebrows, but one eyebrow's up and one eyebrow's down.
Hmm. So he's like,
It's a lot of emotion he's going through right now.
yeah. And she's like, what can I do? Hachi can go out with whoever she wants. And Yasu's like, yeah, but I don't want her going out with Takumi. He's such a known womanizer. Worse than Ren. I'm like,
Worse than Ren?
yeah. I'm
Is
like,
that what it says?
yeah, that is what it says. I'm like, what do you mean worse than Ren? You mean like
Yeah, mine
before?
doesn't mine doesn't even mention Ren.
Oh,
Mine
well,
says, I don't support Takumi. His
good.
way with women has always been indecent.
Yes. Just call him out, Yasu. Do
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't, that's weird.
Yeah, I know. I
Ren
know.
is not a womanizer. Maybe in high school. He's a grown up now.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's talking about. It's weird to bring it up now though.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
But it says it in like little, it's like under his breath kind of something. So I'm like,
Oh,
oh, okay. But still, it's weird to bring that up.
yeah, that is weird.
But Nana's like, well, love is blind, you know? A girl's gonna do it with the guy she's in love with, no matter what he's like. Even if you get hurt, there's no regrets. And Yasu's just got like sweat drop, dot, dot, dot as a response. And then he's like, well, that's easy for you to say, because things worked out for you in the end. And Nana says, well, maybe Takumi's falling in love with her because Hachiko's so damn cute. Just like Ren fell head over heels for me. And again, he's got that sweat drop and dot 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 as a response. And he's like, but that's such a rare occurrence with Takumi. And Nana says, well, I just want to support Hachi. I was hoping she'd find a new boyfriend, and it's Takumi, her wildest dream. I want to support her because she's my friend. But why'd it have to be Takumi of all people? And they're just like blank, like Yasu's like blank, and he's like,
You asked the demon lord, Nana. You asked the demon lord. You put it on the tree. It flew through the air. That is the person with the longest hair.
you did. I was like, didn't you
It is
help?
it is the person from the boy garden that has the longest hair.
Yes. You did put it on the tree.
She did it.
Mm-hmm. She did it. No one to blame but yourself.
Exactly.
So Yasu's like, you're just rambling, Nana. You all right? You're the one who got Takumi and Nana to meet. And she's like, yeah, I know, but I didn't think they'd end up in the sack. And he's like, well, you didn't know about his wily ways. Ren should have explained. And she's like,
ways.
wily ways, yes.
Oh no. He's so wily, like a coyote.
Right?
A war poodle.
Yeah, the
wily war poodle Takumi.
wily war poodle. I was like, yes.
Oh my goodness.
So good. Such a good post. So she's like, well, I don't care about Takumi's past if Hachi doesn't mind. She's yelling. And he's like, then why are you so freaked out? And she pauses. And she says, why does Trap Nest take over everything important in my life? And then Yasu's just like staring, like deadpan stare. But she's right. That's a good question. And she's like, I know Ren and Hachi are people and not possessions, and I know it's wrong to think like that. People can be together, but ultimately we're all alone. I know it's just impossible to make someone mine, but sometimes that realization just makes me feel more lonely. I'm worried that I was really thinking of Hachi as my pet dog. I'm the worst. And Yasu's just silent. And then the phone is ringing. Or I guess it isn't ringing, it's like a text message. And Nana picks it up and she looks at it and she kind of has like this, oh boy, kind of look on her face. And Yasu gets up and he's like, I'll just go straight to work from here. Catch a cab with me. And then we see a shot of him. He's like, you can talk about this more with Ren. And we see it's a message from Ren. And it says, after party's over, I'll be waiting at home with a heart. And now they're in a cab together. And she's like, I'm sorry, Yasu. I depend on you too much. I know that too. And he's like, then you'd better grow up, girl. How am I going to get a girlfriend when I have you calling me up at all hours? And she's got like a sweat drop now. And she's like, I'll try to grow up before you get back together with Rira, okay? And he's like, why am I supposed to get back with Rira? And she says, 'cause it's my fate to have everything important to me taken over by Trap Nest. Are they like my mortal enemies? And I'm like, oh, Nana, I've said shit like this. Cynical, joking, yet not at the same time.
In mine, she says it's what they call a fated enemy. That would be like fifth house placements. Or sixth house placements. Sorry, sixth house, 12th house. Sixth house is like enemies that you can see. Trap Nest lives in the sixth house of her chart.
Nest is like the whole band. Maybe not
Yep.
Naoki. Maybe not Naoki.
They live in the sixth house.
Oh man, that's rough.
It's the house of bad fortune.
It's a house of bad fortune. Sixth house, not the seventh.
Seventh is others.
Hmm.
It's like marriage and contracts and business deals, things like that.
Oh, that'll come later. That comes later, actually, because we do see business deals, but that's later.
Mm-hmm.
And so Yasu's like, I'm in the same boat on that one. My girlfriend moved to Tokyo with Trap Nest, then they headhunted my best friend. Now the singer in my band goes out with Trap Nest's guitar player, and Nana looks shocked. She's like, You're right. Why do I have to be happy seeing the guitarist of our rival band all the time? And Yasu's like, So you're happy. Good for you.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so she says, why do I have to go see the guitarist of the rival group with a thumping heart this early in the morning? And he's like, oh, yeah, you have a thumping heart? That's good.
Oh, I like that better. This is better. And she's like, I should just go home. And he's like, Oh, go see him. And then she's like having all the thoughts. She's like, Damn it. Why is it always like this? Does this have something to do with Hachi's demon lord? Maybe Trap Nest are the demon lords. And I'm like, Are they really? No, they're not. But, you know. And Yasu's like, You and Ren are exactly alike. Before Ren moved to Tokyo, he was saying the same kind of things you are. In the end, people are all alone. Two people can't become one, no matter how close they get. So it's simply impossible to make someone yours. Which I think is very cynical, but that's just me. And I don't know if that's a scene change.
It's impossible to think that someone belongs to us. Yeah, scene change. Scene change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's standing in Ren's apartment. I think he's in an apartment now, right? Not a hotel.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's like just a big, white, fancy schmancy, boring room with big windows that rich people sleep in.
Yep.
Because rich people really insist on the world seeing them sleep.
Yeah, get some goddamn curtains. Jesus.
Right? Seriously.
I just can't.
Right? And so now she's having like a flashback. And she's like, I knew it was impossible, but and it's Ren in the snow talking with Yasuo. So Ren says, but sometimes I can't help but wish that Nana belongs completely to me.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can put her in my leather pocket and take her to Tokyo with me. Yasuo's in his little mod hat. And
Yep.
she wouldn't go anyway. The easiest way would be to say to her, come with me. I'm not saying
Right.
she'll accept, but then. And so Ren laughs. He's like, that's classy. I'll try it then. Yasuo's like, go ahead. So now we're panning back to real life sequence, and she's looking out those giant windows. Looks like there's some curtains over there. I mean, maybe they
good.
closed them because, I don't know. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, because can't sleep.
Let's see. You do what you do what you want with your life.
I think that's what he said to her when he moved to, he was like, you can have whatever life you
Oh,
want.
okay. Still in the past, but now we're in the present. She says, I'd forgotten that in Tokyo too, there was the sea. And he's like, nice view, huh? Heart.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live here, or you want to live here with me? So, like, he asked her to move in with him at the
Yeah.
fancy apartment with giant windows and no walls.
Right.
And she's like, I'll think about it. And then we have thought boxes. This time, Takumi ate almost all the food that I had prepared that night. He left some time after no one saying that he still had to go to work. I wanted to tell Nana everything before the enthusiasm caused by my happiness leaves. And then I won't be able to find peace. This is like the last scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just keep going. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So we're in Hachi's head now, and she's sitting at the table by the window, and she's thinking to herself, she sure is taking her time. She told me she didn't have anything planned today. She's probably still at Ren's. But if Takumi has work, Ren should too. Even on our days off, we always have something to do. Sorry. I'll contact you again anyway. I'll contact you again anyway. Anyway? No,
Anyway.
I'll contact you again anyway.
Anyway.
I wonder if he really had work. No, don't do it. Don't go in your head, Hachi.
I'm spiral.
And the doorbell rings and her eyes get all wide, but she's looking at her phone. Well, I have to believe him. Takumi is the leader of the group and he's also the producer. So without a doubt, he's more occupied than Ren. I'm not like the other girls.
Oh, God. Don't say that.
I, for one, understand.
No.
I'm not like Hachi, not like the other girls.
Don't say that. That's not good. We know that's not good.
She started it all, the whole movement.
Oh my God. You know what? Maybe. This is where it stems from. We found
This
it.
is it. This is the seed. This is the seed that implanted into a whole generation. So she texts.
We found it.
Yeah, we found it. We found it. We found it. She texts Nana and she's like, "When are you returning? I have tons of things to tell you." And then the doorbell rings. I was reading it backwards. And a little heart with little puppy dog ears. She's excited because the doorbell rang as soon as she messaged Nana. She's like, "About time." Bam! Opens the door. And it's Nobu. And she stops because she's like running to hug and she just like freezes. And Nobu puts his hand up and he's like, "Ah, yeah, it's me, heart." My mistake. And so then she laughs and Nobu looks sad and she's like, "Forgive me. It was you. Haha. I thought it was Nana." And he's like, "Oh, she's not here?" Hachi's like, "No, I think she's still at Ren's." And he's like, "Okay." She's like, "Sorry, but you can come in. I'll send her a message, but you can call her if you want." And he's like, no, Nana isn't the one I want to talk to, but you, Hachi." Maybe try not calling her Hachi.
So she knows you're in earnest.
Mm-hmm. And nope. And then he says, "I mean Nana." Yeah, he says it. He's like, "To you." He says, "I mean Nana, to you." Firmly. His eyes are closed. His eyebrows are together. Very straight eyebrows. Serious eyebrows. And so she grabs a coffee for him.
Is that coffee? It says beer.
Mine says coffee.
Really? Interesting. Okay.
Oh no, mine says Buffine beer. It is beer.
Okay, yeah, I was just like,
I just read the top and I thought it said caffeine, not Buffine.
Oh, okay, because she just puts it in front of me. Wake up, Nobu.
Yeah, so and he's like, "No thanks. I don't need alcohol to give me the courage to talk." And now she's like, "What's wrong?" And then he has his little chin to his like his little fist to his chin, pensively thinking ... And she's like, "Did something happen?" And he's still thinking. And now she's gazing. And now he looks determined to say something. And she's still gazing. And he gazes at her with sad eyes, puppy dog eyes.
She's all twinkly and sparkly in his head because she's like, "Oh, she's so pretty."
He's nervous. He's got a sweat bead. He's got little blushy cheeks, and he's like, I can't. And he puts his head into his hand, and he's all red. Well, we assume he's red. He's got lines over his whole face.
Yeah, he's
And
blushing.
then, right, he's blushing, and she's like, what? And he's like, I'll come back. And she's like, don't be ridiculous. And she's running after him. And he's like, anyways, I can't beat him in any way, so it's impossible. I'm not at that level yet. You have to go level up? Okay.
He's gonna go in the
I have
chamber
to go on
looking
a quest.
easy.
I have to go do some side quests. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm not enough. Oh, can't fight the Hatchi monster. Gotta go do level grinding.
I can't beat Takumi, the level boss. Gotta go do some side quests on the riverbank.
Your princess is in another castle. No.
Oh, God. And she's like, what are you talking about? I want to help you. And he's like, but I swear one day I'll surpass him. And she's like, who? And then he like turns, he stops. He's got frowny eyes and he's like, Takumi.
Mm.
And her eyes get all big. And then he just goes storming off. And then there's a phone and a bleep bleep. And it's Yasu.
Mm-hmm.
And his answering machine says, you have 2 messages. Beep. Hey Yasu, it's me, Naoki. I also left a message on your cell, but I'm on a break now. We gotta see you. I'm inviting Rira as well. Uh-oh. With a little heart.
No.
A little heart.
Little heart.
Not one to catch up with the other. Huh? Not one to catch up with the other. Okay. Okay,
No.
see ya. Beep. Hello, I'm Kawana-san from Gaia Music. I received the demo tape and the video of the concert that you sent me. I'm pleased to have met you. And now we have Shin with a envelope of money.
A lot of money. It's like that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. There are 10,000 yen bills, so they're $100 bills. And there's a lot of them.
A lot of them.
There's a lot of them. And then there's Rira standing next to him in a cowboy hat. And he's like, are you serious? This much? And she just smiles at him. Remember, though, he told her a whole bunch of money, and he wasn't serious.
He wasn't, but apparently...
she's rich. So, you know.
Is.
And then it says, hey, Nana, that'll be 1,215 yen for milk, a toothbrush, and possibly toothpaste. And so she pulls out her wallet, and Ren is like, don't worry about it, Nana, I'll pay. And she's like, no way, it's all my stuff.
It's only $10. Calm down.
I know, she needs to support herself.
I know. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I would do the same thing. I'd be like, no, stop it. Stop
and then
it.
but this part's so cute. This part's always so cute. Then you can buy this for me and cigarettes as well, and it's a Shoujo Jump. Or Shonen Jump. It's Shonen Jump because he likes to read.
Jump.
Shonen is the boy one. He likes to read the little boy comics because he's just a child.
Yeah, he's so cute. He didn't get them in his youth, so now he's like, I got it.
Exactly. And it's a millennial thing. And I guess maybe for Gen X, I don't know. But anyway, it's a millennial thing. And so the clerk is like, oh, he reads manga.
I wonder what he reads. Like, honestly.
All of them.
Just all the shonen?
Naruto.
All the, oh no.
Bet you.
Oh no.
I mean, I love Naruto if you're reading them.
I mean,
I like the beginning of the anime too. Just
that's fair.
I didn't like the filler. The filler ruined it.
Yeah, I hope he reads Inuyasha because I love Inuyasha. So I love that one.
Is Inuyasha in Jump?
I don't know if it was in Jump. I'd have to.
I thought it was more of a shoujo.
I mean, it's so weird because like it is, but at the same time, like monsters fighting all the stuff.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it's a love story.
There's fighting in shoujos.
True.
There's fantasy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's like at the heart of it, yes, it's a love story. So I don't know. I think it's like a weird line straddler. Like, you reel the boys in with the gigantic swords, and then they just end up staying for, the love story. So,
Mm. So now we're back in the apartment and we're in the headspace of dialogue of narration.
hmm
And Hachi is staring out the window. And she says, "We've sent," or yeah, because she pretty much tells the story. Okay.
hmm
We've spent an enormous amount of time together. However, I didn't understand. Didn't understand you at all. I didn't even realize that I had hurt you. Forgive me. End Nana, Volume 6, Chapter 18. Page
yeah.
92. And a picture of Shin.
And he's holding Hachi stuffed animal puppy.
A Hachi stuffed
It's so
animal.
cute.
It really is.
So cute.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the end of this chapter.
They really did wrap up like so many things at the end there. Like really briefly, like let's check in with everybody. Okay, go kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a big check-in.
True.
Um with all of the different little story arcs that are going on.
Yeah, because we have many.
Mm-hmm. So many. And we don't even have all of them yet.
Nope, not yet.
Not yet, not yet.
We're gonna
Well,
get there.
do you have any final thoughts?
I don't know. It's a good chapter. It's also sad though. It's like, yay, but also like sad. I'm glad that Ren was like, "Hey, do you want us to like live together?" And at the same time, I'm like, "Yeah, you could do that," but I'm also like, "Oh, it's gonna be not the same."
No. I mean, yeah, like it changes the whole story arc. And like their whole thing, like everything happens so fast. And I'm like, is this just all happening during a Mercury retrograde? Is that what's actually going on? The
Oh
whole
man,
story,
wouldn't that
you
be a
know?
thing?
Because like they haven't lived together very long.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly though, like I feel like I don't want to like give spoilers. I feel like just the way that the story develops from here though, if she would have stayed, it would have
Yeah.
been different.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
It would have like it would have been so different
Yeah.
if she had just if Nana hadn't have moved in with Ren like so
Mm-hmm.
promptly, you know.
Yeah.
But like she also doesn't really choose to do it yet.
Yeah.
And what pushes her to do it is what happens within the other Nana storyline. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah. I mean, I'm glad he did. It shows, you know, so much about their relationship
Mm-hmm.
and that he's still in it, you know.
Yeah. Which is
Because, like,
nice.
Nana needs that reassurance that she's not being abandoned. That's why she pushes people away.
Yep.
So, yeah, poor Yasu.
Poor Yasu.
Yasu. And
Yeah.
that's a
Oh,
lot of money, Rira.
that's a lot of money. So,
Mm-hmm.
so much money. And Shin's over there like, I was kidding.
No, no.
It's supposed to be a haha moment.
Right? Well, now he knows his worth.
Oh, fair.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
No going back now.
Right. My prices just went up, ladies.
Right?
Oh my god.
Well, the thing is they'd probably pay that.
I know.
You
Oh
don't know unless
man.
you try.
That is true.
Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess you can find us on all the things.
All the things.
Follow us on Instagram. And then there's a link. It's apartment 707 underscore. And
Yes.
there's a link tree there so you can find all of the other things. Go ahead and like and follow this and let us know in the comments what you think, what we're doing, stuff like that. But like,
Mhm.
you know, if you take the time to listen this far and you're not annoyed by us yet, go ahead and follow. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be super cool. We have some people that are following already. I think it's like
It's
9
good.
people. I think
Oh,
that's cool. Yeah.
working our way up.
right? I'm just like, start so small.
Well, it's
Yeah.
also just like a really niche thing. So,
Oh, I know. I know.
yeah.
I'm kind of, oh, I forgot to tell you there was another girl on one of the girly podcasts that I was listening to who it's the Magical Girl podcast,
Mm.
and she was telling Jacqueline, is it Jacqueline? Yeah, she was like, for the second time, this is her second guest. It's like, girl, you have got to watch Nana. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna go follow this person. And I also sent them a message. And I was like, hey, I just got done listening to this episode. I'm so psyched because you also have read Nana and have watched Nana, and that doesn't happen very often. I was very excited to hear you recommend it. And she sent
Hmm.
me a message back, and she
Aw.
was like, thank you so much. Yes, I love Nana. And I'm like, I'm just gonna pocket this for later in case we want to do guest stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you should ask her if she wants to be a guest.
I can do that.
Why not?
I was gonna wait until I told you about it to see what we were gonna do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can
No,
do
that's
that.
totally fine. Yeah. If she's read it,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
can ask
like
you.
that's
Like,
that's the thing, right?
yeah,
That's the whole thing. Um, not just watched it, like, because it's different, right?
it is
If we
different.
did like a, if we did we could always do, uh, like a extra,
Mhm.
like a side quest,
Like Nobu.
where we just like review the anime. We could do that.
Yeah.
I would also like to do a side quest for when Gokujo comes out.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I poor Travis. I had to tell him he got so excited the other day. He sent it to me. He's like, "Look, a new one from Yazawa," and I'm like, "It's not a
Oh,
new one.
it's not
It's not
new, but it's
new. It's
okay.
old."
You're lucky we love you, so it's okay because we
And
love you.
I know I was like, oh, and I was just like, ah, but in my head I could hear you going like Velociraptor scream. I was
Like I
like,
went off on that poor person on
yes,
Facebook.
exactly. I was like, Travis, no.
Don't sit around and say you've been waiting 10 years and then think that this is new. Don't even try. Don't even.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a
This
real
is
fan.
this is not new.
It's not new. It's not new. It's
We
not
just need
new.
a translation. But yeah, I'm excited for that one. I really am. So
Yeah, we should do a side quest of that too. I would love it.
yeah, yeah. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, yeah, follow us and do stuff.
Do the
Drink
things.
your
Yeah.
water. Drink your water. We didn't have any crying moments today. We will next time. Um, but drink your water, stay hydrated. It's good for your brain.
Right.
And dream big and goodbye forever.
Bye forever.
See you next week. Bye.